Yeah. If he plays too passively, then I think they might start running into trouble on the side of Team Empire. Yellow Submarine, they have so many ways to play this game. I mean, pretty much every one of their heroes can kick off. Like, if the Zeus has a good enough game, then he's going to be an absolute pain to deal with. His damage output is going to be a big threat for the side of Team Empire. If the Void has a good game, then he's just, these are looking like pretty free chronos, which is going to stop him getting a killing chrono as an LSA. Which again, pretty unlikely, and also very easy to dodge with that chrono speed. And then also you've got this Batrider who, as mentioned before, this guy has nothing to slow him down, nothing to stop him just running heroes in circles. So if any of these guys has a pretty good lane, then I'm pretty worried for Team Empire. But nevertheless, it's not all doom and gloom, Dota. Anything can happen. So let's get into game number 1 of Yellow Submarine versus Team Empire here in the Epic League Division 2. Lovely Wednesday morning, and we're about to watch Yellow Submarine possibly destroy Team Empire unless they can put up a really good fight here. I mean, Empire is this team which I've watched for a very long time. This is the trio of Sayu, Ekanat. Well, it's basically Sayu and Ekanat who are the two which have stayed together through this Empire team and kind of tried to shape this organization, shape some teams, and make it happen. And they've looked very promising in the part. The mag go into those stacks with the Empower. Or maybe the Doom can come... Nah, Doom doesn't do enough damage to take the stacks. Yeah, it is. Bit of action at bottom lane as Pedashara and Sayu just kind of trading into Yatoro and Miposhka. Pedashara not really coming off too great from that. Neither is Sayu, to be honest, but they will do enough to defend the bounties and allow them to come back in and grab it.
Money to burn.
Uh-oh. Sayu in some trouble. Does stun up Yatoro, but in comes Toronto Tokyo with the Thunder God's Wrath to get that kill. Nice timing on the level 6. They need to do something. They need to come and contest this. Ekanati's screaming. He's saying, guys, the precious stacks are being taken away. Gwimblad's going to go and get the vision and realize they're gone. Collapse has already taken them. And now, well, in comes Sobab, swooping on across. Toronto Tokyo joining in the neighborhood as well. Already taking a ton of them with the Arc Lightning. They need to do something about the CC Team Empire. Stun out onto 2. Not bad. Gwimblad comes in, drops the RP, turns it around. They will both die. They did take a decent amount as Toronto Tokyo still trying to finish the job, but also realizing he needs to get out of here. As the rest of the creeps looking like they're going to go the way of Ekanat due to that tombstone. But Toronto Tokyo would be a much bigger kill than this. They get baited in the stacks. They were the sweet honeypot all along, and Yellow Submarine could not resist. And now they lose 3 heroes.
I can't bear to look.
Yeah, I think this last kind of few minutes of gameplay really just highlight why it's so strong to make stacks, because there's no way it can go bad for you. Like, we just see here, they came to try and invade, but you've got these TP points all around the jungle, so it's so easy for Team Empire to defend these stacks and get the turnaround kills, which is exactly what happens. There's really no punishment for making stacks anymore, because it's just so hard. There's so many TP points, it's so hard to contest. Yeah. Toronto Tokyo could be in some trouble here. Gwimblad's, he's got himself the haste rune. He's going to be able to control them up beautifully. And then they do get up the ultimate. The Chronosphere comes down to try and keep him alive. That should be enough to keep the Zeus healthy. They'll be able to turn it around onto Gwimblad. He's going to try and skewer himself away. Is that going to be enough? It certainly is not. He's going to get cooked up. And that is going to be instead the Magnus going down and narrowly saving the lives of the Zeus. Little Witch Doctor, get in the bin. Meanwhile, though, this is not looking good, though, for the side of Team Empire. Miposhka, this guy, he's so smart. He was like, hey, you know what? If I just go on this Doom in the top lane, they're so mad about me that they're going to respond, and that allows them to get the kill on the mag in the middle lane. These wards, one of them gets dewarded, but they want to come around and try and play in this area of the map anyway. Toronto Tokyo is under the 2-1 tower in the middle lane. Could be a potential pick if they can get their vision onto him. But right now, they will not. Phoenix, also a good option here. Sayu's going to get spotted. He has the yield to try and set up onto this Phoenix here, and they're going to drop the whole kitchen sink on the way of this Phoenix. They'll bring him down quickly. Nice little assassination onto Topad. You know, not the worst kill in the world. Still not a core like they would have wanted. Toronto Tokyo's coming forward and just casting a couple of spells onto Smiling Knight, trying to clear out a couple of his illusions. Yatoro, he wants to drop this Chrono down, find himself a nice juicy couple of kills for his team, but once again, Team Empire, they respect the Chronosphere and they get themselves back. Chronosphere comes down onto the Smiling Knight. Where is the team? Where is the help? It is just not coming in right now, and they will bring him down regardless. There's that death totem coming in once again. Maposhka claims another life. There's a tickle, and then he kills you. Yeah, he's making it look OP. Yeah, it's like Witch Doctor and Disruptor, which they really like in CIS, two supports which you don't really see that much elsewhere. And they're going to use the Thunder Gods just to secure this for Shan, make sure there's no funny business going on. Team Empire, they're heading into this pit right now, but Supernova's been dropped and Phantom Lance is doppelganging into this. He could be in some real trouble. He needs some help, and it's not really coming right now. Sunray's going to come through, and he's just dead. Too much damage, and now Yatoro comes up onto that high ground, looking for more. They're looking for a target. Sayu misses a stun, collapses on top of him. He's got the double damage, and he's got a flame break as well to try and get on top of Sayu. Bouncing him back all over the place. It's Collapse trying to close that gap. Does have the blink, has a lasso, dragging back Melina into the clutches of Yatoro as they'll bring down another hero. That is 3 dead for the side of Team Empire. Now map is your oyster. Go and find your pearl, Yatoro. Oh no, he gets caught out. A little bit too deep, going on a bit of a warding mission here, and Gwynblade will be able to finish the job.
Time is money.
That ain't value, Chief. Okay. Bringing out some new meta here. I like that. Toronto Tokyo testing the waters a little bit. Once again, popping that Thunder Gods, try and get them some vision. Smiling Knight maybe in some trouble. Yatoro comes down, closing that gap, trying to bring down the Smiling Knight here, but the heals come through Yatoro. Maybe overstepping his mark a little bit here. He doesn't actually have the mana for the Chronosphere, and now the RP comes down, but the Phoenix has herself an A on disc, enables him to get off the egg, but it doesn't make a difference. Still gonna die. Yatoro in some trouble as well as the Doom falls on the high ground. Toronto Tokyo now coming into this one. Smiling Knight needs to leave, but the Zeus is getting the blink across onto the high ground and gets a kill onto Smiling Knight. Pedashara dead as well. Second ult goes down. Yatoro looking for the +1 to get the lasso out onto the Magnus here. Yatoro's closing that gap. He gets another one. He's got a Chronosphere if they really want to bring down Sayu the hard way. Are they going to use it? Nah, it's just a leader. They're just going to chase her the old-fashioned way. Give her a good old clobbering under the tier 4s. Are they stopping? Oh, they are not. Toronto Tokyo gets himself the ultra kill as everyone on the side of Team Empire has fallen. What looked like a pretty bad fight from the side of Yellow Submarine still goes their way. 28 minutes in. Gwynblade, he's got the blink away though, just in time before that first tick of damage comes through. Collapse, meanwhile, he's being jumped on by the Smiling Knight. I think Smiling Knight kind of wants to leave, but they get the Chronosphere down onto PL once again, and with that BKB, there's nothing they can do about it. Gwynblade's just kind of watching as that PL falls again. No buyback on that Phantom Lancer either, so nothing they can do to try and turn this one around. And they're just going to lose 2 heroes. That's going to be it. I mean, it is a Chronosphere and a Supernova used. They don't have that Aegis anymore, so there could be a potential for Team Empire to try and make a play when that Phantom Lancer is back. Being controlled up pretty well, and Pedashara pops a BKB to keep himself alive, realizing that they are going to need him if they want to try and make any kind of play there. They'll kill off Phoenix in the backline. Poposhka looking on over. Nothing he can do about that though. And
do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Pedashara, oh no, blinks into Yatoro. Oh my goodness, Pedashara. I think he was TPing Tox. He didn't think the enemies were there, and he thought he could get himself a couple of bounties. Unfortunately, he met a very swift demise instead. Terrifying. Yeah, strange build from the Zeus again here. You know, this isn't something we're used to seeing. Not going for the Ags and instead going for Aether Yashikaya into this Hex with the Blink Dagger. And the Blink Dagger I totally understand. I really like Blink Zeus actually. Used to like 4-star Zeus when 4-star was good. Unfortunately, that item's just a little bit poop now. Yeah, the hero does benefit a lot. Exactly, he benefits from mobility, which he doesn't naturally have. He's also got a ton of movement speed with this Yashikaya build. Oh man, his favorite spot, collapse, throws Undying up that cliff once again, and in comes the Thunder Gods here to give him some vision. The Chrono Spear comes down onto the PL once again. He's just gonna straight up die every single fight. PL walks into a Chrono, gets killed off, and that's it. Like that's literally it. Feels like it. Oh my god, the range on that Hex. Catching out Sayo here. Sayo's just gonna straight up die here. He has got that yield to keep himself alive a little bit longer. Gwynbliad coming in. Not a bad RP, but where is the damage to finish it off? Well, they've got a little bit here, and they're throwing the whole kitchen sink the way, but they can't even bring down the Poshka. They can't even bring down the position 5 support. And it is going to be a stern execution from the side of Yellow Submarine as Team Empire are wiped off the face of the map. My goodness, what a clean game from Yellow Submarine. I mean, everybody just doing their jobs. Yeah, I mean, lost the wager there and ended up having to make a donation in our names after that horrendous beatdown which Yellow Submarine's game yesterday. So I know not to bet against them again here. I'm a sensible man. And Toronto Tokyo's Evoker is really a treat to watch. I'm excited to get to see it in action once again. Hopefully we see a similar performance as we saw last time.
A wyvern's breath.
Oh, saved by the bell. Saved by the... Anyway, game's back on, guys. Don't listen to that guy. Let's get back into the game. We're back. The electricity's been restarted. Defibrillator's been used, or whatever you use. I don't know. I'm not an electrician, but we're back into the game. That's what I do know. I am a DOTA-stician. And we are getting back into it. Alrighty, so let's refresh ourselves on what's going on here. We've got Toronto Tokyo playing the Evoker in the middle lane, gonna go Quaswex into this left track and attempt to stop him being super effective and run around the map doing exactly what he wants. Meanwhile, in the safe lane, we've got the PA comboing it up with what we imagine to be the Winter Wyvern later on. She's going to TP down here. She's going to be playing into the Centaur Warrunner and the Phoenix. They're going to be trying to make her life as difficult as possible and may well be successful in doing so. I think so. It looks like a pretty good lane versus the PA. We'll see what they're able to do. Meanwhile, up at top, we've got Petashara on the... wait, what am I saying? No, that's a Tidehunter. Playing with the Io up here in the top lane. The big old watermelon and the little ball of light playing into this Sven and Omni Knight combination. Will they be able to stop this Sven farming? Seems pretty unlikely. It is.
Okay, make with the killing.
Naughty. Cheeky.
Stopped. A wyvern's breath.
I hate getting them orders denied. It is a very bad feeling. You jump between the two of them. She does indeed, yeah. Luckily there's a stick on both of them, so yeah. Slime Knights. Probably gonna have a pretty good time in this bottom lane, by the way we've been so far. All is well. And same with the Sven, to be honest, so far. I mean, oh, yes, he does. Hello, Toronto Tokyo with the tornado, with the deny. Not bad, so bad. Coming in from behind as well. They're trying to get the damage out onto Gwynbliad with this cold snap and burning combination, but it's not enough to bring him down. No Styro there, healing him up. So Gwynblade is going to be absolutely hunky-dory. Cool. Sai making yet another stack here. Meanwhile, Gwynblade once again getting sat on by Toronto Tokyo, but he's trying to run him down here, popping both the spells, but unfortunately he's run out of mana very quickly, and with so bad rotating in, Desai's going to have to come across and help him out. Does he have the heals? Yes, he does. Keeping Gwynblade alive very, very nicely, and Gwynblade is going to get himself out. It was a double rotation in from both the supports, but the same thing was done by Yellow Submarine, so not sensitive. Oh, he actually picks up the Iron Talon instead. Lovely stuff. I was going to say, Broom Handle is like the second best for spend, but yeah, you grab that Iron Talon, you take it up every day of the week. Meanwhile, Ekanat goes for a cheeky D-ward. Toronto Tokyo coming in with the DD though. Ekanat thinking of casting that Cold Embrace onto himself. He can just about get it off here, so they will wait patiently for this Cold Embrace to be over, but now it is over. He will certainly die. And that's actually first blood at 8 minutes 20 into the game. A very late first blood. Okay. What are they scared of here? This is a very threatening Phoenix, apparently. There's an Evoker coming in from the side. Smine jumps out at the very last second there, but it has had that cold snap along with the flames from the Phoenix onto him. They're going to pop the Stampede just to give him a little bit more maneuverability to try and play around this fight. And they're still looking for these creeps. That vision on the high ground, though, is going to be very well defended from the side of Yellow Submarine. Oh, big news. Yeah.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems.
Gwynblade saved for now by the Cold Embraces. Yatoro's on top of this Leshrac trying to finish the job here. Beautiful Tornado going to catch them both out and set them up for Yatoro to finish the job here. Trying to run himself forward. The slows route from the Smiling Knight though. Sayu getting away. The God Strength is now over. They're going to try and do it with the right click. Yatoro can't quite catch him out, but the right click is there from Toronto Tokyo to finish the job. And they will be able to bring down both of those heroes. The Leshrac and the Io both fall on the bottom side of the map for the side of Team Empire as this.
Jex thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Cannot dead again. Toronto, Tokyo needs to keep the catapult alive, and the fortification comes through as well. Stampede being popped for down in the bottom lane. They're trying to bring down Ekanat here. Yatsuri popping that ultimate once again to try and get on top of the Winter Wyvern. There is a Supernova coming down just to make sure this Wyvern will most certainly fall, and that will be a successful rotation from Yellow Submarine. Did cost them 3 ultimates there for a kill onto a Wyvern, but considering where it is, it's definitely worth it. It opens up.
Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Now they jump onto the PA. PA needs a way out of this one. Does she have it? She doesn't. She's still a range creep to jump to, trying to get her way over towards the tree line here, but the Tornado's going to come through. That's going to catch him out. The Smiling Knight will be smiling no longer as down goes the PA. Meanwhile, Centaur dies at bottom, so it is a trade, but it's not a good one by any stretch of the imagination. They're going
Radiant's middle tower is under. It's not every day you get to see Radiant's middle tower fall.
So, oh my goodness, my Knights gets run down. This is not the hero that can be dying right now. So saying the deeper the better is your synopsis. Kind of feels like that was a prediction from them that, hey, these guys, they can never resist a nice juicy bouncy rune, so we'll try and take advantage of that, get ourselves a kill, and maybe even turn this into a push at mid, but they are very, very scared. I mean, this net worth deficit has got to be feeling miserable for them. Ugh. With a hood as well? Yeah, he tries to get to the deny, isn't quite available to do so. Meanwhile, Tornado comes through onto that Tidehunter. He has no mana for Ravage. Oh, he does actually when they pop the Arcanes to keep himself up. And now he's going to pump fake a bit, just try and force back the side of Yellow Submarine. Meanwhile, Gwynblade chased up to the high ground. Will be okay, though, as that miss comes through. And that means no stun for him. Meanwhile, stun out onto Wyvern instead. They'll be able to slow this down. Definitely, Ekanat's going to be the one to lose his life. And now they can start hunting. Yatoro with that ultimate pop wants to find himself another hero. Petashara's got to be tempting, but just not. Miyamore is there's gonna be no more as they bring down that Phantom Assassin. Meanwhile, Tidehunter and Ekenart trying to make something happen here. Well, under the Supernova, they're gonna stun the both of them up and just set them up beautifully for another 2 kills. Petashara's gonna be the new target here. He has got that Ravage, doesn't really want to use it for nothing though, as he is just gonna end up going down. The double edge will finish the job. Meanwhile, Toronto Tokyo just getting on top of this Winter Wyvern. She's gonna fall as well. 4 heroes dead. 2 and 12 is the scoreline at 16 minutes 50 with a 9,000 gold advantage for Yellow Submarine. They are absolutely wiping the floor with Team Empire.
Radiant's top tower. Is DOTA going to let that middle tower fall?
Okay.
Radiant's
Okay.
top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower?
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. Meanwhile, Gwynblade getting cooked up once more. Phoenix making a lovely roast Leshrac stew. The Smiley Knight jumps in, looking for some aggression here. I mean, the IO is nearby. Doesn't really want to tether, though, it seems. There we go. Blink across. Keep Smiley Knight okay. They will tether up together now.
Radiant's top tower. About this one.
Oh, man. Winter's Curse. Yeah. Oh! No. No, it is not. Petashari wants to use it so badly, but the side of Yellow Submarine are just backing themselves away. They're not staying anywhere near this Titan. They know what he's trying to do. They're not stupid. They're not going to let him get away with that one at all. Now 2-man stun, great jump in from Collapse with the Sunray coming up over the top as well. They will melt Ekenard, and now they're looking across towards the Leshrac as well. Leshrac trying to be aggressive, but they've got that Blade Mail on the Centaur War Runner, so it's kind of hard for Gwynblade to actually fight up into him. He's just so tanky, look at him, reflecting so much damage. Gwynblade's forced back. Toronto Tokyo with the Tornado, gonna miss due to the relocate out from the IO. Pretty nice timing on that one as Collapse now in the trees. They'll find Petashara. Petashara cannot get off that ultimate. No buyback on him either to come in and maybe make a turnaround play here. So the IO is probably going to TP back and lose his life. Anything to tether to? Yeah, but Collapse is waiting for him. Looks like he might survive anyway. Never mind. Collapse onto the high ground. Yatura coming up as well. Gwynblade dies the +1, and that is it. They are done. GG called. 18 minutes 40 with a 14k gold advantage this early into the game. This might be some kind of record, but that was just an absolute smackdown. 2 and 17, 14,000